Greetings, moviegoers. I'm the host. This is my special guest, Hildebeast, and today we're going to look at one of the most talked about films to come out of this current awards season, 1917. The movie was co-written and directed by Sam Mendes, same filmmaker behind such films as American Beauty, Road to Perdition, and Skyfall, and the story here is fairly simple. It's northern France at the height of the First World War, and two young British soldiers, one played by George McKay and the other played by Tommen Baratheon from Game of Thrones, are given a pretty daunting task to hand-deliver a message entailing an upcoming ambush from the German army. If they don't deliver the message in time, the result would potentially cost the lives of 1,600 men, including the Baratheon kid's older brother. No, not that one. That's the one. Combine that very intense-sounding premise with the fact that the entire movie is designed to look like one long continuous shot, and you got yourself a cinematic experience unlike anything you've seen before.
It's kind of new territory.
It is very new.
For cinematic experience. Just, I mean, the cinematography, like, is its own character in and of itself.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost as if you're watching or part of this two-man crew and following them and just kind of observing what's happening, and just the way that even when they interact with other people, the way that the camera just kind of swings around to get that other person into the conversation, and it keeps kind of swinging around to keep the conversation going. Like, the flow of everything is just, it's just next level, mind-blowing cinematography.
One of the main reasons why this film looks as incredible as it does is mostly due to Sam Mendes' frequent collaborator, Roger Deakins, who's been hailed by many as the single greatest cinematographer working today. He recently won his first Oscar working on Blade Runner 2049, and after seeing what he did in 1917, I think it's safe to assume that he'll win his second.
If he doesn't, somebody gonna get hurt real bad. Because like, the Academy would be so wrong to that up. I've never had an experience visually in a movie like this. The way the story was told through the camera changed the whole movie. I think this movie could have fallen flat if it wasn't filmed in this way. Like, obviously it's World War I, so you know it's just up brutality. That's when tanks first came around and airplanes and stuff like that into war, so it was all very new, and also the gas warfare and everything like that. Like, you know anything about history in World War I, like, you know how intense trench warfare was, and just the fact that they had to go over no man's land is just mind-boggling. Just the way that it's told, it's so tense, and you're just with these guys, and the way they interact with the world and everything around them, it was just crazy. Even the way the environment's changed, and you're like, how did we get here?
Yeah.
With the camera the way that it is. It basically takes place over like 12 hours, because it goes from like afternoon to night to morning and mid-morning, and it was just crazy. I mean, it just flowed so well. I can't say enough about the visuals. Like, that's like the best part about it.
It's a gorgeous, gorgeous movie.
Yeah.
If you go and look up the featurette online, you'll find out really quickly just how insanely difficult it was to get this movie made. Everything had to be synced up perfectly in order for all of it to work out, which includes the performances, set designs, locations, and worst of all, the weather, which hardly ever picked the right time of day to cooperate.
Yeah, I'm definitely watching the director's commentary on this one.
Yes.
Like, hands down,
like,
watching that.
There really isn't a dull moment in this movie, and it's basically just two people walking. Of course, it probably wouldn't have worked as well had they not nailed the casting of the film's main leads, who I gotta say were both phenomenal in these two parts. They easily made me believe just how scared shitless they all were.
It's hard not to kind of put yourself in there.
Yeah.
Like, would I be doing this? Like,
yeah.
No. I'd be giving up quick, or I'd be dead before any of it. A lot of the famous actors that are in this movie, they're maybe only in it for 2 minutes at most.
Yeah, like, this is like one big BBC cast reunion.
Yeah.
If you see a big name actor, you're probably not gonna see them for, like you said, 2
which
minutes.
I kind of appreciated. They had their moment, they did it really well, and then it just kind of moves. The movie doesn't stop. Like, it just goes and goes and goes.
Yeah, there's barely any moment where it's like, could I go to the bathroom at one point? Although there's one moment where it's
one moment, and that's when I went. But like,
and it was fine, because this movie needed at least one breather, and there's one moment involving a French French woman and a baby. You see it in the trailer, but if you get to that moment, I would say, sure, go ahead and take a leap. Run quick. But when you get back, the movie starts up.
I'm really glad that the trailer revealed as much as it did, because it didn't reveal anything, really.
Yeah, like, I don't think anybody really knows what they're in for when they go see this movie.
It's rated R, correct?
Oh.
Yeah. But it's not for language, like a lot of war movies are.
Yeah, it's mostly for, like, the visceral, gritty brutality of
and
this.
it's all the just up bodies that you see. I know. Like, all I had was an icy, but I almost threw up sometimes.
Like, a character gets their hand cut on one part
from
he barbed wire.
Cut from barbed wire, and then accidentally gets it shoved into the hole of someone else.
Oh, it's
like,
gross.
You're like, that's infected now.
I was glad I finished my pizza beforehand, because otherwise I would have been like, I'm done.
Yeah. Just the way that this story was told with the cinematography, like, it's such a different experience than I've had in the movie theater in a long time, and I think that's why I appreciate it a lot more than I would if it was just regularly cut or regularly told. That experience I'm never gonna have again until someone else does something else new with cinematography.
So on a scale from 1 to 10, what would you give it?
I'll say 9.5. I can't really put my finger on it, but it's not like a perfect movie, so I can't give it that full 10.
Okay.
But that 9.5, mainly because of the experience and the cinematography, it's just phenomenal.
Out of all the big screen epics to come out this year, this was probably the most visceral and immersive one I've come across. The cinematography and performances, as we said numerous times throughout this review, were out of this world. The score by Thomas Newman, I should point out, was incredible, and the story had a surprising amount of emotional weight to it, which helped balance out the film's spectacle aspect. The only thing negative I really have to say about it is that it made my top 10 of the year just a little bit more complicated to finalize. So I don't know how to arrange my top 10 of 2019.
It's definitely my top 5 of war movies. I'll put
really?
That went in there.
Yeah,
real quick.
So yeah, it's a 10 out of 10 for me, and I cannot wait to see it again. Any final thoughts?
Nope. That's about it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna end it abruptly like the movie ends.
Okay. That's all we have to say about 1917. Did you get a chance to see it? If so, what did you think about it? Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All that jazz. And until our next movie review, I'm the host. This is Hildebeast. And we'll see you next time on another Midnight Movie Madness. Ah.